Hey, Cowboys Nation. A new player is set to take the field, potentially altering the flow of our offensive line significantly. Meanwhile, a shocking front office development has the entire fan base on edge, involving a prominent figure in the discussion. The team also faces the challenge of countering a gritty, quite literally dirty tactic that threatens to disrupt Sunday's matchup. To make matters worse, devastating news has struck. A vital offensive player is out for the season, completely shifting the atmosphere in Dallas. The upcoming practice will undoubtedly feel different after these bombshells. Before diving into the details, please hit that subscribe button and like to share this with all Cowboys supporters. Let's dive in as there's plenty to discuss. Sunday's game promises to be a classic showdown where every detail counts. The buzz in Dallas this week centers on this odd dirty ball tactic by the Panthers, who are bringing a strange strategy of low, unpredictable kicks that throw off the return team and sow confusion. This approach is the signature of rookie Ryan Fitzgerald, who's turned kickoffs into a psychological battle. Practicing against it is nearly impossible, as special teams coach Nick Sorensen has tried replicating these kicks using machines and variations to no avail. Fitzgerald's kicks seem harmless at first, floating to a spot, then suddenly hopping or veering, forcing our returner to adapt on the fly. This disrupts rhythm, and without laser focus, the team risks starting with poor field position. Compounding the issue, the Panthers' entire squad embraces this chaotic style, with coach Dave Canales noting their kickoff coverage defines their identity. They play with the intensity of defensive starters, celebrating tackles like game-winning scores. With this unpredictable ball placement, it's controlled chaos. The Cowboys face this without Cavante Turpin, our primary returner, sidelined by a foot injury until next week, leaving the special teams scrambling. Ideally, they'd face minimal kickoffs, as each one carries risk. This seemingly small detail shapes field position and momentum, and the Cowboys know it, having studied tape and attempted simulations. Though Sorensen admits no two kicks are alike. New league rules heighten the stakes. If the ball lands in the landing zone and rolls into the end zone, the drive starts at the 20-yard line, a small difference that can derail an entire drive. The Cowboys must focus on fundamentals, quick reads, communication between returner and blockers, as any hesitation spells trouble. Fans are watching, hoping to avoid a costly mistake early in a game already fraught with tension. On a brighter note, relief has arrived at the offensive line's core. Cooper Beebe was spotted at practice, out of his boot and with the Rehab group. For Cowboys fans, seeing him take steps back lifts the mood. Since his ankle sprain in Week 2 against the Giants, his absence has left the line patchwork, with players shifting roles and improvising. At times, 4 of 5 starters were out, yet the offense persevered. Still without their starting center, the line's heartbeat faltered. On Friday, Beebe's return to the field, even without practicing with starters, sparked excitement. The offensive linemen were energized, and the practice atmosphere shifted. The coach tempered expectations, noting Beebe isn't ready for this week, but could return by month's end, potentially stabilizing the line alongside Gayton with Booker out and Smith questionable. Beebe's presence is massive. He protects the quarterback, organizes plays, and adjusts to defensive shifts, setting the tone. Fans erupted over practice videos, calling him a symbol of grit. However, a brewing front office rumor could reshape the defense. Christian Wilkins's name is circulating again, exciting some and worrying others due to his talent and risks. A dominant lineman when healthy, Wilkins stops runs, pressures quarterbacks, and eases the defense's burden. The Cowboys' current line is solid but lacks a marquee name. However, Wilkins's 2024 cold fracture limited him to 5 games, his production dipped, and his costly contract strained ties with his former team, leading to his release by the Raiders. The debate is whether to pursue a short-term, incentive-laden deal to prove his worth. Wilkins could elevate the defense, with Osa Odigizua shouldering much of the interior load alone. His leadership could also guide younger players, though fans are split, some eager for reinforcement, others wary of the risk. Then came the week's gut punch. Miles Sanders is out for 2025 with ankle and knee injuries, as announced by Stephen Jones on radio. Sanders, a former Pro Bowler, struggled to find his role in Dallas with 20 carries for 117 yards and 1 touchdown. His absence robs the team of depth and experience, just as the run game was finding balance. His injury, ironically, coincides with a matchup against his former team, the Panthers, canceling a much-anticipated reunion. The offense must now rely on younger players to step up, sparking fan debates over who should lead. Sanders' veteran presence stabilized the locker room, and his loss stings emotionally, with fans noting his growing sync with the team. This week's chaos, dirty tactics, BB's return, defensive rumors, and Sanders' injury has Dallas on a tightrope between disaster and triumph. Yet, this is why fans stay invested, believing in the team's potential. Drop a comment below, and we'll see you in the next update.